Hey guys, it's Ryan with BTod.com. Today's Q&A question is, which Aeron options are a must and which are not? Obviously, this is entirely opinion-based, but I'll just kind of run through the options and give you my opinion on whether or not they are a must for the Aeron chair when you're configuring it. So the first thing that you're going to get a choice is going to be the frame and mesh color. Now, it can be enticing to spend that extra money to get a flashier mesh or a flashier finish, but from a functional standpoint, you're not gaining anything. So I don't want you to feel like getting the basic mesh and the basic finish is getting you a basic generic chair, because the Aeron is anything from that. We opted for the basic frame finish, basic mesh, and this is one of the nicest looking chairs in our office. So it can be enticing to upgrade to that, and some of you will, just to have a more unique chair, but don't feel obligated to have something that's high end. No matter what you get in the Aeron, it's gonna be high end. The next thing that you're gonna have a choice between is going to be the back support options. You can choose to go with no lumbar support edition, a height adjustable lumbar support edition, or their Posture Fit SL, which gives you a wider range of support, plus a little bit of a tension control to make it less or more pronounced depending on your preferences. Now, this is kind of gonna be a toss-up just based on your preferences. I personally do not feel that this upgrade to either of these lumbar support systems is a must, because I prefer to use the chair with no lumbar support at all. This chair still has a very nice natural curve, and the mesh really allows you to sink into it, and I find it to be very supportive even without those upgrades. So don't feel like you have to get one of those upgrades to have lumbar support. You're still gonna have lumbar support, it's just not gonna be quite as pronounced. Now, if you're someone that likes to have quite a bit of lumbar support or a little bit of control over your lumbar support, then you're gonna wanna opt for that upgrade, and this is gonna be one of the most popular upgrades, so I would say that most people will typically choose this. The next thing that you're gonna have a choice between is going to be the armrests, adjustability, and the material. So when we look at the materials, you can get the standard foam or you can upgrade to leather. From a functional standpoint, the leather upgrade is not gonna be any better in terms of comfort or longevity. It's just gonna be a higher end design. So if you just want a higher end chair, a nicer looking chair overall, then you're gonna wanna opt for that upgrade. But if that's not something that you care about, then I would say that this is definitely not a must, and you're still getting great arms with the standard pads. The one thing that I will say is probably a must for most people is upgrading to the fully adjustable arm option. You're gonna have three options to choose from on the Aeron: fixed arms, height adjustable arms, or fully adjustable arms. So I'll just sit down in the chair and demonstrate for you here quick. If you get the fixed arm option, it will just be like this right here, where it's not gonna move, it's gonna stay here the whole time. And this really creates a problem of you having to adapt to the chair, and you're not allowing the chair to adapt to you. So you just need to fit in the chair however it is delivered, and if it doesn't fit you, then it's kind of tough luck. You can opt for the height adjustable arms, which will give you this functionality right here, which I think is fantastic. You get a nice large range. They go very low and very high, so you can ensure that your elbows are at the correct position, creating that nice right angle. But I think that the full upgrade to the fully adjustable arms, which gives you the height and then this added depth and pivot, is well worth the upgrade, because these adjustments really allow you to dial the arms in to whatever task or whatever application you're doing, whether you're just relaxing in the chair, heavy tasking, on the phone, no matter what you're doing, upgrading to these fully adjustable arms will allow you to put them in almost any position that you need them to, and they really become some of the best armrests on the market when upgrading to that. So that is something that I would highly recommend. And the final thing that you're gonna get a choice on is going to be the casters. And they're gonna give you a choice of carpet casters or multi-surface casters. Now, if you know that you're going to be using the chair only on carpet, then I would opt for those carpet casters, save a little bit of money. But if you think that you're going to be using the chair on a hard surface, or potentially could be using the chair on a hard surface in the future, then I would say that it's worth upgrading to those multi-surface casters, because you can use those on any surface that you want, and you won't have to be constantly thinking about what you're using your chair on. You'll just have peace of mind knowing that it will work on any surface. So obviously these are just gonna be my opinions on the different features that you can choose on the Aeron. Some people will have different preferences, but that's kind of my go-to when looking at the Aeron chair and choosing adjustments for myself and looking at it from perspective of other people. So if you've got an idea for our next Q&A, make sure to reach out to us on our Instagram. Please give us a like if you've liked this video, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Q&As. Thanks a lot for watching.